Hello everybody and welcome back to Farming Simulator 25. This is the early access version and there is a tornado on the way apparently. As you can see at the top there, we do have a tornado forecast and this seems to be going on throughout the day on and off. We do also have a tornado warning for 10 o'clock and midnight. And also now of course. So I don't know if we're going to see it. Hopefully it doesn't cross our fields because we actually do have a crop ready to harvest. We've got the wheat field over there ready to harvest. I'm really hoping to get that harvested today. But before we can get onto anything like that, what we need to do is make sure that this field and the field down there is flooded enough. Now it does sound like a silly thing to say in the rain, but it does need to be flooded. And actually yes, it has. It has consumed all of the water. So we'll have to top these up. I did check them before I went to bed and they were fine. They were 60% flooded, but now just by resting, they are now 0% flooded. So it is important to get that done. There is another one over here. Hopefully the weather is going to be kind to us. Who knows? We might not even see this tornado because there's so much land for it to cross. It won't necessarily come anywhere near us. And I hope it doesn't. But let's just fly up into the air with our drone. Can we see anything? Oh, I can. There it is. I can see the tornado. It's currently causing havoc in the forest. It might stay in the forest, I guess. Look at that. Oh, look what it's doing to the trees. No! Well, there would still be some wood in them, I suppose. But we found it. We have found the tornado. I'm sure it's progressing this way. I'm going to take shelter, I reckon. Well, here it is. Here it is, and hopefully it doesn't come anywhere near our farm. This is actually quite a long way from the farm, and I've just noticed it does mark it on the minimap. You've probably already spotted that. So we can... Well, I don't know if there's any kind of weather forecast to track it. I don't think so, but yeah, you can see it is moving. It is moving. I think we're going to be lucky. And I hope we are. Oh no! There's a truck going up there, you be careful. Yeah, it's getting bad. I really should not be stood here. Things are heating up. Back at the farm, we can just hope that it doesn't come anywhere near us and pray for those farmers who are having issues with the tornado. I just have to raise that so I can put the stand down. There we go. Yeah, so we need to get the truck because we need to load up our mushrooms. I'm hoping we do have at least 3 pallets now of mushrooms. We do. Look at this. We've got quite a few. So the truck is here. What I'll do is I'll just empty a bit more water into that production. It's the greenhouse with the mushrooms. And I will park the truck, well, ideally, across the road, because that is really our best loading point, but I don't know how much the traffic will appreciate that. I will, I'll put it there, and hope that we don't get too much traffic. Hope we don't get a tornado. Here we are once again with our wonderful load of mushrooms. So I did just wait for a little bit extra. We've got another pallet of oyster mushrooms. So we've got 4,000 litres of enoki and we've got 2,000 of oyster. I think oyster is worth more, so it's worth waiting for that. Okay, there we go. Very welcome money, that's for sure. £11,950. Bringing our total to almost 30,000. So we're now going to make some more, hopefully from wheat. Now, in FS22, if we were to harvest and sell wheat in the month when it's ready, July, August, the price would be at its worst. Oh, goodness me. Didn't even look. Blimey. Yeah. So we'll see. I get the feeling that in this game, in 25, the price is higher now. Well, not at its highest, but it's still quite good when the crop is ready, when it's actually harvesting time. So maybe supply doesn't affect the demand quite as much, or maybe I'm just imagining things. We're going to find out in just a second. The other thing is we do not own a trailer. We can reconfigure this truck back to a bulk container, bulk carrier, for grain, or we could just get another trailer. Haven't really looked into that yet. But anyway, yes, wheat. So let's just check the price for wheat. I'm going to find W. So, yes, the price is at its worst at harvest time. It must have been the rice then. Yeah, the rice. You can see the price plummets in February, March time, but the harvesting time for rice is not February, March time. If we find it on here, you will see that harvesting time is actually August, September. So it looks like for some crops, supply and demand is very much a thing. Others, not so much, interestingly. Okay, right. So yeah, we just need to get some kind of way of transporting our grain to the sell point. I'm just going to check and see how much a trailer would cost us, just a small one. Yeah, it's not too expensive, is it? Like we could go for... These are not in order of price, are they? They're not. The other thing is I noticed that we don't have a spawn point for honey. So we do need to get that sorted out. Yeah, I'm going to reconfigure the truck, because otherwise we are going to have to spend more money. Yes, we've got a beehive here, but I can't see anywhere, I might be completely wrong about this, but I can't see a spawn point for the honey. So we're going to have to build one. It's not expensive at all. Let me just go over here and have a look. No, I don't see one. So into construction, we need to get into productions for the animals. I wonder if it comes under... Yes, it does. So location where honey generated by beehives is placed at as pallets. Okay. I think, well, this is a very, very obvious place, but that's restricted apparently. Okay. So if that's restricted, we'll have to put it somewhere that I'm not going to be developing, and I don't think we're going to be developing here. So that should be okay, hopefully. And I don't think it's out of range. It shouldn't be. Really, with the amount of honey that's been produced, that should now be full. But it looks like that just got wasted, sadly. So with a bit of luck, we'll see some honey pallets spawning there in the very near future. So, as I said, we'll reconfigure the truck. We'll have to go to the store for that. But first, let's just do the harvesting. I would be very surprised if this doesn't all fit into one tank load. It's only a very small field. With our Massey 8570, we can unfold. Go into first person view to attach. It's a little bit easier. And there we go. And of course I will be using GPS. Oh no. I've put myself in a corner. It wasn't actually the best place, was it, to go? But I think I can just about squeeze out of here. There we go. Yeah, so GPS. I probably should start doing 2 headlands, come to think of it. So I will do. Get that started up. Get it onto the right line, although is that... Yeah, I think it's within the field boundary. There we go then. Straw. We want straw. And there is our straw texture. So I'll just assist the combine around the headland, twice. It's not a big field, so I don't know, 2 headlands is probably pushing it. It doesn't need that. 2 laps of a headland, I should say. But, yeah, doesn't really make a difference. I should have done probably 3 laps of the headland with the spinach harvester. I only did 1, and I came to regret that in the previous episode. So we're filling up. Looking alright. Not expecting miracles. We did not get the herbicide applied in the end. We just could not afford the sprayer. And we definitely couldn't afford the herbicide. So, yeah. This is just the way it is. But I suppose it's not too bad. It's still filling up relatively quickly. If we do get 1 full combine load, then that's not really too bad at all. Our digital electronic monitor. Rotor speed. I love all these switches. I don't have to look in front anymore. That's the beauty of this. And there we go. Lap 1 of the headland finished. We're almost done. We're 27% full. I'll have to have a look and see exactly how much difference there is in price between now and when the price peaks, because if it's really not good, this will have to go in storage, in which case we don't need to reconfigure the truck. But if it's fairly similar, then yeah, it can just go to the sell point now. That's actually squashed the straw by driving over it, and it's put a chevron tread pattern into it, a nice imprint. Let me back over that again. Let me back over another piece of straw. Oh, look at that. You can now squash straw. I don't know if it reduces the amount of straw that's there, but you can certainly manipulate it. There is about a £350 difference per 1,000 litres, which is considerable. However, the price gets worse in August, which is the next month, and it's not going to be good again until December, and we need the money right now. Also, we only have 6,392 litres in total, so I think we might as well just get the money. So the truck's reconfigured, we can head off. We're going to have to go to Goldcrest Valley, which is the train sell point, and I'm not too sure exactly where the actual silo fill point is for that, because that's where the train goes to. But we'd have to take it to a silo. I get the feeling it's the grain elevator, because that's where you can fill the train. But I've just rented the train, and the main reason for renting is really just so I can see all of the different fill points en route. So I think I'm going to take it, and we'll stop it at the grain elevator, because there wasn't another place, was there? Oh, there is. There's the harbour grain elevator as well. Interesting. Because we've got to get the grain into the train. See, that's a way of filling it. That is a way of filling it. We'll just have to try it. Yeah, we'll just have to do it this way. It's the only way of doing it. So, grain elevator, here we come. With the truck. Not without it. Oh no, it didn't all fit. Oh, there might have been a higher side to fit to this, but yeah, that's only 3,500 litres. Right, well, not to worry. Let me set our marker for the grain elevator. I think I know how to get there, yeah, but it's not exactly fast. I've crashed into a pole. same thing is happening on this series as it did on bale. Basically, it feels like a very, very slow start, and it would take a lot of time to build up, but eventually we'll have all the different productions that we could ever dream of, and we'll be multi-millionaires. That's sort of around episode 200. Oh, crikey, I forgot that trains don't really stop that fast. Yeah, should have slowed down sooner. But anyway, there we go. Yeah, eventually we will be rich. I would say we will actually be totally rich. Totally rich and very successful. We have a lot of land, a lot of productions, and a lot of machinery. But it's going to take a very long time to get to that stage. It's always a very slow beginning. And I'm so pleased that I did start on the easy difficulty because of my experience on 22, knowing that easy on this game, if you're not going to cheat and you're not going to take out big loans, is still quite difficult. Still very hard. So anyway, here we go. We are on our way to selling our wheat. I know I have spent more money than I should have done here because I left the train rented, just sitting there. But this was really just to get to know exactly where we take the grain to. Grain elevator is always a good start. So yeah, the neighbouring town, well, it did call it Goldcrest Valley, didn't it? Which I thought was in America. That's a very long train journey. In fact, it's not really possible by train. Anyway, not to worry. Right, because this is East Asia. And I'm pretty sure Goldcrest Valley was the USA. I might be wrong. So when we get to that little red marker, little pink marker, I suppose it's magenta on the minimap, I'm expecting us to be thrown out the train and we'll be given money. So, I know, very strange, but that's just the way it works. There we go. Do you want to sell the loaded goods in Goldcrest Valley? Yes, I do. So we got, from that harvest, £5,398, and it cost £205 for the train, but I was expecting that. I was definitely expecting that because I left it sitting there, idling. So we now have £34,500 to play with. I don't think there's going to be much to do in July, so we're going to move on to August. I know I can do contracts, but I'm trying at this stage to get money from our own land, get our own land established, and then we can start to buy other plots. And I'm hoping to buy a forest as well, because I think as soon as we can start making money from wood, that's going to be a big game changer. Then, of course, when we've sold enough wood, we'll have to buy the sawmill, because we want to get planks, we want to get beams, so that we can build our own shed, and so we can build other constructables as well. They are in the constructables category on the constructions page. As we are passing the machinery dealership, I will get the bigger size put on, which is free because we've already paid for them. Right, so extension, yep, that's free. Customize. How much would it cost to repaint this machine? Okay, so repainting is still quite expensive. It does have, however, 257 hours on it, so much higher hours than starting machinery in FS22. We do need to bale that straw. I'm not too sure exactly what we're going to do for a baler at the moment. I need to have a look into that category actually. We'll probably end up doing conventional bales. I think that would be a wise idea. So if I do just check the balers, it would be a square baler. 22,000, so we can afford the conventional baler. We'd have to pick these up by hand unless we used the multi-packer, but that is £64,000, and I think I'd rather just pick them up by hand, to be honest. And it would mean, well, we could just throw them into the back of here, but we could use our other little get-around vehicle, which would be quite fun. Depends how many there are, really. So yeah, I think in August we'll get the baler, unless we get it now. I suppose we could do. There is rain in the forecast. Let me just check. So it's going to be raining by 8. That's not too bad then. And there's another chance of a tornado, in which case we could lose our straw altogether. So yes, I think, again, to play it safe, we'll have to bale today, because we might lose our straw. How much is a round baler? Ooh, so yeah, their starting prices are still in the 60,000s. So we do need to go for this Massey Ferguson conventional baler. So we can have standard twine or empty. Because yes, we do now have these pallets of round bale netting and square bale twine, all that sort of stuff, to fill up the balers. So it would be £875 for one pallet. That is standard twine. There's also the John Deere Extra Twine Plus, the Class Quaditex, New Holland baler twine, KSIH baler twine, and back to the standard twine. So it takes standard twine. So we'll buy that. It's good to see that we do have another olive harvester now as well. This Gregoire olive harvester, as well as the New Holland. Quite a bit cheaper. As for grape harvesters, we do have 3. So much bigger selection. Right, okay, yep, so we'll buy that baler. Let me just find it again. I am so good at losing stuff here. So there we go. Let's get... Yes, let's get the Merlot. Because we can not only tow it with that, but we can also transport the pallet of twine. Yeah, I think I'm shopping for the future there. Buying that big pallet load. But it wasn't too expensive. I don't think I will ever replace this Merlot. It's everything we could ever need when it comes to a telehandler. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Bit of a standoff going on. We can actually bale with this, and I think I will do. I think I'll bale with the Merlot. As soon as we can afford it, we're going to be changing the tractor. Oh, I haven't actually checked the sale today, although I probably shouldn't because, yeah, there's just going to be something that I want and I can't afford it. There are some pretty good deals though. I just don't know if I should buy our new tractor new, like the new to us tractor, if we should buy it new or used. It's a tricky one. I'm not too sure. Yep, so we've got some twine in there. I might have overpaid for it, I'm not too sure, because we did get it as like a package deal. And we've got a nice pallet full of them. Really, that wants to be going in a shed. The only shed we have has currently got the Ezeki rice harvester in it, and I think that should probably come out. I think it needs to come outside so we can put other stuff, consumables and fertiliser and seed, under cover. Oh no. The white car's called for backup. Which side shall we join? I think we'd probably win. We can just pick them up and throw them. Actually, no, you can't. I take that back. No, these cars are solid. You can't move them an inch. Even if you crash into them at full speed, it'd be you that goes flying. Right then, here we are. Let me just unfold. Just going to see very quickly how quickly it produces a bale. It's going to be fast. These are little conventional bales. Decent sized pickup. You can turn the beacon off now. Not too many then, I don't think. It's not like they're absolutely flying out. Sometimes we've used balers in the past in other farming simulator games and they're just popping out like pop 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 pop. No, not quite that fast. That was me trying to do a terrible cold start impression. Yeah, you can see where it says square bale twine 10 out of 10. You can see the progress bar. Well, it's probably not really called the progress bar, but that bar there is just starting to go down. So it is consuming the twine. Definitely not at any kind of extreme rate. We've so far produced 33 bales. We will be wanting to upgrade from this baler as soon as we can, but yeah, certainly for the first few fields we'll have to keep this one going. As for the big field, I might chop that one, but the small one over there behind the farmhouse, that one will be baled as well, because we do want to get that extra money. You just can't really do the mega fields with the conventional balers because they just take forever to pick up. Okay, there we go. Right, so I'm going to try my best to do it this way, but I'm going to use this, and I'm hoping just to throw them in. About 35 bales. Just throw them in. Let's see how well that works. I'm quite hopeful. Okay. So that's how well it works just by dropping it in. And really, I think that's all we need to do. You can throw them, if we're strong enough, we can throw them as well. Oh no, we can't. No, the throw button just basically drops them. We're not strong enough to throw them. But that's working quite well. Just pick up and drop. Does it give us a weight? It does. 32 kilograms. Yep, that's about right for a human. It's not light, that's for sure, but it's definitely something that you can carry. So I'll keep this going. Don't worry, you don't need to see every single bale go in real time. I'll just time-lapse it, and by the end we might have a bulging lorry with bales flying out the top. And then we can sell them, and we can maybe make £1,000. Yes, it was worth the time. I don't know about you, but I would say I've overloaded that. It's a long way to go. Let's just lose as many as possible in the field, and then we don't have to scatter them over the road. Just do a quick zigzag, get them to bed into the truck. Yeah, so when I reconfigured it, what I really should have done is reconfigured it to a flatbed. I thought it would all fit in, but clearly, yeah, conventional bales, even from a tiny field, do take up, well, you get a lot of them, and they take up a lot of space. There's a lot of air gaps between them all. So I'm going to have to drive ultra carefully. And we're going to the animal dealership just next to the grain elevator, so a little bit further than where we've just been. They've all shuffled forward a bit. 3 did fall out, I've put them back in again. They seem to have settled down. Oh no, it's that way, isn't it? No, I'm going to have to brake. 2 of them are on the cab. We have some cab bales. I've been trying my best not to turn tightly. There's the train. Yes, the Macdon swather I do have. I do have it, but obviously we cannot afford it. So that's a big problem. But yeah, we can swath straw, which I want to do, but it's going to have to happen in the future, I reckon, because I can't do it right now. Don't know how far in the future either. All that for 2,681 bells. There are a few bells left in the field, but yes, that will just have to do, I think.
Oh, hi! You're Walter's grandkid, aren't you?
I am, yeah.
I'm Katie. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Let me welcome you to our small town. As I just said, I'm Katie. I took over my parents' farm 4 years ago, continuing the family business after traveling the world as one does. But I'll tell you all about that another time. So what can I do for you?
Yeah, just introducing myself to the neighbours.
That's very admirable of you. What else can I tell you? I specialize in livestock. You got chickens, cows, sheep, pigs, horses, even bees. Also our recent additions, goats and water buffaloes. It's quite an eclectic ensemble of creatures, if I can say so myself. If you want to dip your toes into animal husbandry, come to me. I'm not only dealing with the livestock, I can also give you important advice. I've been working with animals all my life, you see. Even when traveling the world, I occupied myself with the local fauna. And I collected some stories on the way, if you're interested sometime. That and some myths and legends. Maybe I should start a podcast. Anyway, I'm sure you and I have got stuff to do, animals to feed and so on. So don't let me keep you. I'm sure we'll have time to talk again.
I'm sure we will.
Hello, hello.
Oh, hello again. Yeah, so we will be doing animal husbandry. But yes, we are not ready just yet. So we'll just have to keep saving. And yeah, we're going to be getting goats, and we will be getting water buffalo. I do want to prioritise the new animal types. We might get sheep, we might get cows, I don't know. We might get pigs. Just really focusing on the new stuff for now is my priority. Back in the field, we'll just get these last few. We'll take them to a sell point whenever we are passing. Although actually we might just keep these in case we do get some animals. They're not really going to be worth much at all, so they're probably worth more to us just to keep. So we are going to be sleeping in just a minute. We have done the straw at least. There is going to be a tornado in the area very soon. So I think it's good that we got the straw taken off, because otherwise it could have been going up, quite literally. And that's the last thing we want. Even these bales could be lifted up, but if we put them somewhere safe, it might be alright. Somewhere safe. We just don't have a shed, that's the problem. We've got that shed there, but it's just not... Oh, okay, we'll leave them in there then. We'll hope for the best. And really, are we that unlucky that a tornado is going to go straight through the farm and then straight through that truck? I hope not. Let's just go to bed and pretend there's no tornado coming. Oh look, the tornado missed us. Fabulous. I can't see a tornado either. I think we got away with it. We've done well. Now, the oats over there and the big field of oats are ready to harvest. This field here is going to turn into our farmyard. It's going to be landscaped. We will be building sheds. But at the moment, yeah, we're just trying to make as much money off the land as possible. So I've got to check upon the rice paddies, because otherwise there is a chance they could fail. We need to make sure they are still flooded with the right amount of water. Maybe I should be producing rice saplings anyway. Oh no, it's done. It's done, that's good. It doesn't need it. Yeah, maybe we should be anyway. I was just wondering if we could sell the saplings. It just came to me, I just was thinking, can you sell the rice saplings? And you can, for some pretty serious money. Oh, I've been missing out. I've been missing out, and I'm sure there's been many comments. Thing is, all these videos are pre-recorded because I got early access, so I haven't been able to read any comments, and I still haven't read any comments because the first video still hasn't been published at the time of recording this video, so... Yes, if anybody's been saying that, then thank you, but of course I couldn't hear you, or indeed I couldn't read your comments. The honey pellets are now spawning at least. Although it's only a small beehive, so not very quickly. Have I chosen the bad machine to... Yes, I have. I should be doing this with the truck. Yeah, we could be making so much money by doing those rice saplings. Selling those rice saplings. Come on, bales, out you come. Today. Oh no. Looks like we're going to have to help out. Come on, bale. Let the others out. Come on. Don't know if you can open that top door. It looks like you can do, but I don't know if you can do in the game. Oh, I've literally made them a slide and they didn't want to go down it. Let's get water. Let's start the rice sapling production. Then let's harvest. We do have 2 fields. I'll show you the other field. At least we're making a saving by not using the tap water, because that is really expensive. Yeah, so our other oat field is over there. Now that's a field which we don't start off with as standard. I've had to buy that. I used our starting money to buy that and the Merlot, and I don't regret it. It's unfortunate that we couldn't get a sprayer to kill off the weeds, but we've still got a nice big field of oats there, so that should be a big money maker for us, I hope. I will probably do 2 loads of water. Just a quick harvest this one. I don't know why the header started to hit the ground. It wasn't doing that before. Another thing I'll have to report to Giants, but I'm hoping that by the time this video has gone out, that will have been fixed, and of course by the time the game is released on the 12th, almost certainly. Right, there we go. We're done. We do have more oats, as I said. I think we're just going to have to wait until the price at its best now. It was handy having the bit of extra money from the wheat, but we can't just go selling everything now, especially as December isn't that far away. Let me just find oats. Yes, if we sold now, we would get 1,348. We could get 1,860-ish. So a few £100 extra per 1,000 litres. We can't afford just to throw it down the drain. I do have the truck. I don't think we need the truck this time, though. I should be able to put it straight into the silo. I hope. I have crushed it. I've crushed my shrub. There we go. Not the best way of doing it, but it does work if you don't crush the shrub. Smashing. I've crushed it again. I'm amazed how solid it is. It can stop a combine in its tracks. Okay, so we'll be harvesting the other oat field next time, which will be very soon. The next episode will be very soon after this episode. We've got another pallet of mushrooms there. Hopefully we'll have more very soon. Probably tomorrow. I think it'll be September. We'll have to bale that field as well. I think we'll keep hold of the bales though until December when the price peaks. As for these, I did fill it up to the top with water. We have 1 litre of rice saplings. 1 litre already. Well, clearly it's not the fastest production ever. But if we're selling them, then it should be, well, it's good money. It is good money. So it should be worth it. Also, next time I would imagine the long grain rice will be ripe. So we might be harvesting the entire farm next time. So stay tuned. If you haven't done so already, please do subscribe and like the video, and I'll see you again very soon.